All right, so I am going to mostly shut up now and let Creston take you on a whirlwind tour of Postgres specific things to increase performance of Postgres specifically. Now, a lot of these things will apply to other databases. There's some general ideas here that will carry over. But as Creston is our resident database expert, guru, Mr. Man, I'm going to shut up and let him talk to y'all.
Okay. So like I said, about 12 to 14 years ago, I was assessing MySQL versus PostgreSQL, and just based upon the feature set, because I had come from using Microsoft SQL Server, and then I had started using Oracle in my job, and then I was going to choose database and between MySQL, PostgreSQL, and because probably coming from Oracle, I liked the feature set that PostgreSQL had at the time. So I said, all right, I'm going to choose that and never look back. But I still think it's a great choice. And in terms of the popularity, it continues to grow, and it has a lot of feature sets that still it's building on. And so talking about database performance, I know we're going to be talking about a number of different performance areas, but to my opinion, if you're dealing with large data, or I'll call it large data, not necessarily big data because that implies something astronomical, but if you're working with something large, being able to work with that data fast, improving your database performance can give you more wins than probably anything else. I'll go out on a limb here and say that, because if you have working with a lot of data and you want to upgrade your database, well, you can throw more hardware at the situation. Maybe that could improve your performance by 2 times or 5 times just by increasing the amount of hardware. It would be very hard to do 10 times or higher. You could also try doing tuning of your database system. Again, it could be Postgres or MySQL or whatever, or even Oracle. But again, maybe that just gives you a 2x or a 5x improvement just by that tuning. Now, that's nothing to sneeze at, but it is a small win when what you can do in terms of changing your code. But if you have the right schema design and the right query optimizations of the queries in the database, you can get huge wins. And I'm talking like 1,000 times improvements in performance, or 10,000 times improvement in performance, because I've seen these changes that can happen if you kind of know how to structure your queries.
And I've run into many situations where just adding a missing index to queries that get run a lot of times make huge differences. Yeah. Or optimizing the syntax of a query, doing a union instead of an inner join or an outer join, or doing things like that, depending on which database you're using. But those query optimizations are big, and that's almost always where I start when we have some kind of speed issue we're trying to solve.
Yep. And so with that, that's kind of where I'm going to try to keep most of the focus is on these types of query wins in terms of using the database. If you like this clip and want to watch another one, you can click right here, or if you want to watch the full video, you can click here.